Gotta go fast. You're watching full screen boss fight.
The Phantom is a side-scrolling beat-em-up game developed and published by Art of Play, and I have to admit I am a bit surprised by what they did with this game. The Phantom has a heavy set of influences, the most prominent being Streets of Rage 2 and 3 and Shinobi 3 in certain segments, with elements of other popular beat-em-ups sprinkled in for flavor. You start the game with a short list of different skills ranging from lariats to purple ground uppers and eventually shoryukens. Hell, if all else fails, you can also pull out your twin Colt M1911s and just start straight up blasting fools. There's also jungle traps you can spring and gas cans that you can set to explode. Use every part of your arsenal in your quest to dish out justice against the Singh Brotherhood, a criminal organization that dates back centuries and is the sworn nemesis of the Phantom and his descendants. At the start of the game, you get to pick between the Phantom or Diana, his extremely capable wife. The two have similar movesets since he clearly taught her everything he knows. The gameplay is pretty straightforward, and on first glance, I thought the animation was a little too stiff and rigid, but on further playthrough, I kind of came up with the idea that this was likely the intention, as the art style is based on the original comic strip. The enemies seem to be of 5 types. You have your masked knife guy, your evil woman, your chain-wielding lunatic, your ruffian that looks like he's straight out of Australia when it was originally a penal colony, and the boss, which is your big mountain of a man who is a straight-up damage sponge. Once you get the controls down, you can really let loose with some good crowd control and combo strings. I found that mixing up the dash with the standard bread and butter combos into power attacks can decimate your foes really well, and you can even brand enemies with your special, which is kind of cool actually. The demo features 3 stages or 3 acts. The first one has you on the attack fighting the Brotherhood in the deep jungle. The second act has you going back to the Phantom Cave, as this was clearly a ploy to get you out of the cave so they can raid your riches to fund their criminal empire. There's a funny part where in this stage you can start opening boxes and grabbing your own treasure, which was weird because aren't you just stealing for yourself?
This is your house. These are your personal possessions. You will only be stealing from yourself.
The final part of the demo has you riding horseback on Hero, your horse, and chasing down the members of the Brotherhood who have kidnapped your son. This stage is heavily reminiscent of Shinobi 3's horseback scene, but in the version Diana steers Hero while you train your guns on the aggressors. Unfortunately, that's where the demo ends and you're stuck waiting to see what happens next. Honestly, what I thought was going to be just another generic beat 'em up turned out to be a rather fun experience that takes familiar set pieces and skill sets and approaches them in a rather interesting way. I genuinely hope that the rest of the game seems as fun as the demo has been, and I really hope that there's a lot more to uncover as you play the main game. Anyways, I'm out of here. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next boss fight.